Hi, today we are going to discuss a new topic, Chapter 4, Disposition of Army. In this chapter, Sunu did not explain what disposition is in the beginning of the chapter. He started the chapter with the win-lose concept. He highlighted the legion of warfare. First was to make sure you are not defeated by your enemy, and then wait for the opportunity to defeat your enemy. In addition, to not be defeated by the enemy depends on your strength, while to defeat your enemy depends on how weak your enemy is. So, after Sunu discussed the win-lose concept, he came up with another concept, attack and defense. Attack is to win toward your enemy, while defense is to make sure that you are not defeated by your enemy. Next, the chapter will discuss how to attack and how to defend. Last part, we will discuss how to calculate the victory chances during a battle. As conclusions, the disposition of army talk about strength, your ability, your capability, your quantity of army, your troops quality, and so on. First in chapter, Sun Tzu stated that in ancient time, those who were skillful in warfare need to ensure that they would not be defeated and then waited for opportunity to defeat the enemy. It means that no matter how strong you are, you need to make sure that you will not be defeated by your enemy and wait for opportunity to strike your enemy. Sunu continues that the ability to prevent defeat depends on oneself, while opportunity for victory depends on the enemy. So, if you want to get victory, you still have to depend on your enemy. In business world, business enemy can vary. It can be your competitors, strong or weak. It can be your customers, support your products or services or not. It also can be your suppliers, can provide a good price for you and indirectly reduce your cost margin. It also could be the market trends, change the needs and interests of consumers. A lot of external factors like political issues, social problems, or economic challenges also can be considered as your enemy. For example, in 2007, Steve Jobs, the former Apple CEO, introduced the iPhone to the market. He tried to change the preference of the market from traditional cell phone to the smartphones. He succeeded in creating a new market for Apple, and from that time, smartphone market share gradually overtook the cell phone market share and became the market trend around the world. A lot of followers or new players changed their product line and focused to the smartphone industry. However, this change brought a big impact to the Nokia, the giant and market leader in cell phone industry during that time. Unfortunately, Nokia could not adopt this change. Their sales revenue dropped gradually year by year until it acquired by the Microsoft in year 2014. It showed that no matter how strong you are, your winning possibilities still have to depend on your enemy. If you can't overcome the challenges from your enemy, you still will be defeated by them. Then, Sunu said that one may be able to foretell victory, but may not necessarily be able to achieve it. Sometimes you can foresee that you can easily win towards your enemy, but it is not 100% certain it can be achieved. Remember that your enemy still can be used advantages of location and marketing strategies to defeat you. So, Sun Tzu always mentioned that do not be conceited with your ability and look down on your competitors. You will easily overlook your weaknesses and make the wrong decisions. Next, we move to another concept, attack and defense. Firstly, Sun Tzu said that for those who are not able to win must defend, while those who are able to win must attack. He also explained that defend when forces and resources are inadequate, attack when forces and resources are more than abundant. For example, Sony and Ericsson, both of companies had their expertise which were leading in global markets. Sony is a leading manufacturer of audio, video, game, communications and information technology products for the consumer and professional markets. Sony is uniquely positioned to be a leading personal broadband entertainment company in the world, while Ericsson is shaping the future of mobile and broadband internet communications through its continuous technology leadership, like providing innovative solutions in more than 140 countries. Ericsson is the only company in the world offering systems for all major mobile communication standards, actively promoting standardizations and open systems. Finally, in 2001, both companies were urging a partnership in which both sides owned 50% of the company with the new company name Sony Ericsson. According to this point of view, firms make alliance or joint venture because of tangible and intangible valuable resources. This creates a unique competitive edge in the industry that couldn't be imitable by any other competitors. This could also help for the improvement of performance. Sony wanted technology knowledge of communication technology from Ericsson, and Ericsson wanted new technology of Sony that will help them in the market competitions. That's why they work together and combine both company technologies. It could help organizations to make a new and innovative product with low cost. During the partnership periods, they successfully penetrated the worldwide markets and overtook most of the previous key players and became one of the top players in the world. When they started as a Sony Ericsson company, they released many models which were new and innovative mobiles. Main features of those mobiles were digital photography, downloading facilities, and etc. Their milestone handsets are Sony Ericsson P900 in 2003, Sony Ericsson W800i in 2005, and Sony Ericsson K800i Cybershoot in 2007. The key innovations were cheap camera phones, cross-platform technology, and operating system experimentations. So, if you have more resources and enough maturity in the market, no doubt that co-branding is one of the main methods for two or more companies to do the business in a cooperative way to attack the new market. Co-branding has various advantages such as risk sharing, more sales income, expanding customer base, technological benefits, resources sharing for cost reductions, and also better product image by association with another renowned brand. Different companies cooperate with other companies for different reasons, but the common thing is to earn more and win in the market. Okay, next. Sun Tzu said, a victorious army ensures that it will win before going into battle. A defeated army engages in battle first and then look for victory. Simple explanation is like this. Before you go for any battle, you need to plan first. You need to prepare all the equipments, weapons, armies, resources, grants, food, provisions, capital, strategies, tactics, and etc. You must have high confidence and be well prepared to win in the battle. Instead of that, you go into the battle first and then just start to think about how to fight, how to win. So, I think it is very clear which types of action will be easier to be defeated by the enemy. So, in the business environment, don't simply test your product in the market. Remember that when you have decided to introduce a new product, it must win in the market. Therefore, you need a lot of resources to help you and support you, like media, suppliers, logistics, and etc. Apple was a great example for presenting the situations. They always engaged the market before they started to attack. For instance, during keynote speech of Steve Jobs at Macworld Expo on January 2007, He announced that Apple Computer Inc. would from that point change as Apple Inc. because the company had shifted its emphasis from computers to mobile electronic devices. This event also saw the announcement of the iPhones. The company direction started to change. To support the iPhones, in July 2008, Apple launched the App Store to sell third-party applications for the iPhones. Within a month, the store saw 60 million applications, with Jobs speculating in August 2008 that the App Store could become a billion-dollar business for Apple. By October 2008, Apple was the third largest mobile handset supplier in the world due to the popularity of the iPhones. After years of speculations and multiple rumors leaks, Apple announced a large-screen tablet known as the iPad on January 2010. The iPad ran the same touch-based operating system as the iPhones, and many iPhone apps were compatible with the iPad. This gave the iPad a large apps catalog on launch, despite very little development time before the release. When the iPad was launched in the US on April 2010, it sold more than 300,000 units on its first day and 500,000 by the end of the first week. Apple total revenue sales were increased from $37.5 million in year 2008 to $182.8 million in 2014. It was the amazing figures and success for the Apple. It showed that before fight into the market, you need to prepare first and through the different medium or resources to enhance your winning possibility. That was the super amazing of Apple when it going to penetrate the markets. Get victory before you fight with your competitor. Next, let us discuss about one of the unique concepts in Sun Tzu Art of War. As we know, a hero who always lead the troops get victory towards their enemy. However, Sun Tzu disagreed with this statement. He said that to predict a victory that cannot surpass what can be known by any ordinary person is not the hallmark of a great military strategist. To win a hard-fought battle that is praised by the marshals is also not the hallmark of guru of warfare. He described this as like lifting a hair in autumn. It is no indication of great strength. To be able to see the sun and the moon is no indication of clear vision. To be able to hear the roar of the thunder is no indication of sharp hearing. Why? It was because there is nothing special at all. Everyone can see and hear. The leader always chooses the weakest one to attack, sure they can win. Like an example, you have 100,000 troops, you lead it to attack those who just had 1,000 troops. So, if you win towards them, it doesn't show that you are the hero or guru of warfare. It is because everyone can predict your victory already. So, Sun Tzu said, the person adept at warfare wins without being known for his wisdom and reputation, nor for his courage and merit. Thus, he wins battle with confidence and without making mistakes. He doesn't make mistakes because he adopts measures, policy, and strategies that are certain to lead to victory. So, Sun Tzu clearly defined that the hero who will always behind you to support you. Do not hope to get any name, ordinary and mighty. Similar to organizations, the success of a business is not based on one man's effort. It is because of the support from the whole team or whole organizations. Without their contributions and hard work, can it succeed? So, we always say that employees are the asset of the organizations. As Asia founder Tony Fernandez said, employees come number one, customers come number two. If you have a happy workforce, they will look after your customers anyway. In the last part of chapter 4, Sun Tzu highlighted that if you hope that you can get victory in the battle or competition, this theory you must examine carefully. Sun Tzu introduced the calculation of victory. He said that in warfare, evaluation must be made as follows. First, estimating the degree of difficulty. Estimate the difficulty of characteristics of the terrains you are going to across. Second, assessing the scope of operations. Based on the estimation of difficulty for types of terrains, plan the strategies across it. At the same time, you have to measure the quality of troops. Third, calculation of own forces. After making sure the quality of troops, you need to calculate your quantity of troops. Is it enough for fighting? Fourth, comparison of forces. Next, you have to compare your strengths, weaknesses, or others with your enemy. Fifth, establishing the chances for victory. After comparisons, you will get the answer of the winning possibility towards your enemy. That's what the victory's possibility calculation in ancient time. So, today's class has come to the end. See you all in the next class.